I feel confident about the group of forwards we have. It's probably as deep as we've ever had. Unfortunately, we've had a couple injuries in the back end, so kind of it's kind of twofold, right? You're watching some freshman defensemen defending against a group of forwards that you feel is very strong, and we've gone days missing three senior D. So, where that shakes out is going to be, what I'm looking at probably the hardest. Having Charlie back after playing those games in net, coming off the all rookie team. Rico's getting close to healthy. We have a new goalie, Benny Halaz. So that position is going to be important. And, I think over time we've shown that we can score. We have to do a better job of keeping the puck out of our net. Part of that is going to be penalty kill. We overhauled that whole system, but part of it's going to be playing as a group of five, and that's not just on our goaltending or our defenseman. That's on everybody, and it has to be an area of emphasis if we're going to do the things we want to do. We have a strong leadership group. Vanderbeck and Vesio wearing the C's, and Gontos and Kiefer with the A's. But you got to remember Vincent DeMay's been here. This is 5 years now. Alex Fry's a senior. So, there's guys that, as a group are going to have to stand up and fill that void of what Joe left. Unfortunately, last year his injury caused us to probably learn some of that sooner than we would have hoped. But I do think that'll help us going into this year, that we've lived through that, void last year during the season. Simon, Artem, Christoph, Aiden, all four of those transfers, they were areas that we felt we needed to get better. Just through recruiting, there were some voids there. Very important positions, defensemen and centers. All four of them are going to play very big, meaningful minutes. And I think as they evolve in the locker room, I hope that they can, their voices can be heard a little bit, because maybe they haven't been here, but they've had valuable experiences elsewhere. And bringing that perspective into our room, I think will be important. Great. Joey is, he's serious about his craft, always wants to be better, and he's a big, strong, powerful kid. He can skate, he can shoot. He's going to be accounted for in offensive situations. Joey's taken the proper path to get here, and he never skipped any steps along the way. And I think that's important for players. And he was Mr. Hockey in the state of Michigan, and he still ended up playing 3 years of junior hockey. And, the thing that we talk to all these kids about in recruiting, I would rather you leave us early because you're ready for the NHL than get here too soon. And I'm not trying to say that's where any individual is, but just the process of it. Joey followed the correct process, and I believe that he is going to have a very, very good year for us. Yeah, I mean, they're a good team. I think, they were voted right near the top in the league also. They have some veteran players. They have some high-end talent. And we've got a little history with them of some rivalry. So, I think coming out of the gate, we're going to be tested. And, as a coach and any coach that was coming up here after me, I'll tell you the same thing. You could practice for 2 years, but you start getting to your first game and you don't think you get enough practice time. So, we're going to have to, rely on, some instincts. We're going to rely on some individuals having big games. But we have a challenging start to the year. Bowling Green's a great team. Then we got to go on the road to Colgate, and then we come back and we go right back on the road to Notre Dame. So, first 3 weekends of the year are going to be tough. Obviously starting at home is important.